Hi guys, The Young and the Restless spoilers Thursday, December 17th. With so much going on in the city of Genoa, it looks like we'll be allowed to breathe amid the ongoing investigations, witness tampering and staging. As for the action, we're going to catch Lily Winters as she will continue to probe to find out what can she do to get Billy Abbott out of the situation. This could be anything, but it might be safe to assume it will involve Star Witness and why Alyssa Montalvo suddenly turned to Billy because of the shooting. As CBS The Young and the Restless spoilers mentioned above, this episode isn't just an ongoing investigation and case, and it concerns Phyllis Summers. Phyllis may have been a detective in a previous life, and her perseverance seemed to benefit when she made a shocking discovery. Phyllis has a long history of messing with herself when things are going well, and that could be the case when she questioned Nick Newman's motivations for helping. There's no reason to suspect Nick is plotting anything behind the scenes, especially when it comes to Phyllis, but she's made a happy life from ruining every relationship she has. Was there just as soon as they started going well? So why is this different? Chances are this is something trivial, and she wonders why Nick is acting so weird when he actually sets up a surprise for her. Perhaps it was nothing more than a private celebration for her now fully owned Grand Phoenix. If knowing Alyssa as a star witness wasn't enough, we think what Lily will find out. That has the ability to solve cases. Whether it would point out Victor Newman or anyone else assuming the culprit was a suspect, security footage showing Billy elsewhere in the building at the same time of the shooting would be a great revelation. The Young and the Restless spoilers doubted it would be that simple, because it lacked drama, and this part would be extended for a few more days because that's what the movie does. Billy had a quarrel with Amanda. He was disappointed with her for not having his support. Lily jumped out of the elevator and took Billy's side. She explained that Alyssa was the star's witness. He assumed this was some sort of arrangement, but Lily said otherwise. He couldn't believe he was being betrayed like that and resolved to talk to her for himself. Lily pointed out that it would violate his bail. As they argued, Devin stepped in and asked Amanda what was going on. They talked about Billy's case and he gave her a lot of praise for her legal talent. Lily followed Billy as he went upstairs, complaining of conspiracy against him. Lily advised him not to speak to Alyssa. When he banged on the door, Ray showed up and accused them of mobilizing his witnesses. Police determined to bring Billy into the city center. When they jumped out, Amanda jumped up and told Billy that he needed her representation more than ever. However, it will be fun to see what she comes up with. What do you think Lily will discover? Let us know in the comments below and check back with CBS The Young and the Restless spoilers for the latest updates, disclosures, and speculations.
Lily knocked on the door of the witness room, claiming to be a colleague of Detective Rosales. They didn't respond, so she changed their tactics, begging them to talk to her before testifying. She offers to give them the full story so they can do what's best for everyone. They open the door. Down in the hall, Billy had a quarrel with Amanda. He was disappointed with her because he did not have his support. Lily jumped out of the elevator and took Billy aside. She explained that Alyssa was the star's witness. He assumed this was some sort of arrangement, but Lily said otherwise. He couldn't believe he was being betrayed like that and resolved to talk to her for himself. Lily pointed out that it would violate his bail. As they argued, Devin stepped in and asked Amanda what was going on. They talked about Billy's case and he gave her a lot of praise for her legal talent. Ray and Sharon talk about their honeymoon plans with Lola. He gets a call from Alyssa, who is panicking after being harassed by Lily. Ray ran. Sharon worries about him for her sister. Nate and Elena come in after finishing their shift. They remember last night. When he went out for coffee, Lola came to ask Elena about her important date. Elena admits she spent most of the night dealing with the accident victims. Nate got a call from Dr. Fraser. Back at the Grand Phoenix, Lily followed Billy as he went upstairs, complaining of conspiracy against him. Lily advised him not to speak to Alyssa. When he banged on the door, Ray showed up and accused them of mobilizing his witnesses. Police determined to bring Billy into the city center. When they went out, Amanda jumped up and told Billy that he needed her representation more than ever. Elena and Lola returned to their seats. They discuss Elena's dating with Nate again, and she shares that things get awkward when Devon shows up. When Nate got to the apartment, Lola was gone. The doctor announced that he would have to have hand surgery the next day, adding that she has given him new hope for the future. Lola returned to the Crimson Lights and told Sharon that she thought Elena and Nate might have a real relationship. Theo was at the guild, leaving a message for Brittany on her phone. Summer shows up and wonders if he's cold about his lawsuit. As she insisted that he seemed determined to prove himself stupid, she pointed out many ways to make him fail. After she got out, Brittany came and Theo asked what his chances were if they took his case to court. She admits it for the best, saying that he can leave for nothing. As the lawyer left, Theo went to the bar and thanked Summer for being honest with him. To thank her, Theo warns Summer that Sally is a shark and wants her to work at Jabbit. Kyle impressed Jack with their employee bonus plan. Kyle acknowledged the hope that Theo declined their offer and found nothing. Theo sent a message saying he wanted to meet. Sally arrives and Jack leaves, leaving them talking about improving an app. She started complimenting Kyle, saying that they saw everything exactly the same. Then, Theo, Jack and Kyle had a meeting. According to the announcement, he gave up the lawsuit and accepted their proposal. Not accepting victory, Kyle said that the deadline had passed 45 minutes ago. Jack chased his son out, then assumed Theo was an opportunist and abuser. However, Jack added that he also sees a more humane and compassionate side of him. Jack thinks Dina wants Theo to have shops, so I'll give them to him. Admitting that the family gave him a second chance on more than one occasion, Jack urged Theo to reach out to the rest of the family when they visited Paris. Follow your promises to run the business ethically. Theo met Jack and Kyle and immediately vowed to quit the lawsuit in exchange for accepting Paris's offer. Kyle checked the time on his phone and is happy to announce that the offer has expired after 45 minutes. Theo turned to Jack and asked the adult in the room what he said about being too late. Jack asks to speak to Theo alone. Kyle reluctantly stepped out. After Kyle left, Jack scolded Theo for challenging his mother's will while he and his siblings were grieving. Jack admits that he also sees Theo's compassionate side and hopes he can learn from his past behavior. Jack handed over to Theo's shop, explaining that if Dina knew him before she broke down, she would probably set him up as she pleased. And Kyle waited for Theo to reply ahead of time. Theo sent Jack a meeting request message. Kyle says he's sure Theo is playing the game with them. Sally stopped by and asked to discuss an idea with Kyle. Jack left and told Kyle they would come back to his problem later. Sally suggests revamping Fenmore's virtual dresser room app. Kyle suggests that Sally upgrade its software and sales demographics to determine which age group to target. Sally praised Kyle, saying he was amazing. Sally flirts with Kyle for supporting her idea and says he's really good at his job. At the Crimson Lights, Sharon met Ray and Lola. Tense and anxious as her wedding day approached, Sharon for the second time guessed that she had decided to get married during the busy holidays. Lola suggested that Ray take care of her honeymoon plan. After Ray recalled the island Chance and Abby had chosen, Sharon said she didn't like sleeping on an air mattress. Ray stepped aside to answer the phone. Ray's phone call was from Alyssa, explaining that the alias she signed up for was not working. Alyssa explained that Lily appeared to ask a million questions. Alyssa cried, "They know I'm here and plan to testify." Ray asked if Billy would go with Lily. Alyssa said he didn't, although Lily pressured her to make a statement on file, which Alyssa noted, she refused to do. Alyssa, distraught, reminded Ray that he had promised to protect her. Ray instructed Alyssa to stay calm, and not talk to anyone else. Ray assured Alyssa that he would take care of the problems. After Ray hung up, he told Sharon and Lola he had to leave, but he couldn't discuss anything regarding his case. After Ray left, Sharon told Lola that Ray hated everything about the case. Sharon noted that although Ray wasn't allowed to discuss her cases in detail, she could say he doubted Billy's guilt. Lola agreed and said she noticed Ray's expression after his phone call. Sharon admits that Adam's participation in the case didn't make Ray any easier. Sharon said she was very worried, but Lola assured her that Ray would take care of it. Lola assumed Sharon was with Ray, explaining that her brother was a lucky man to have her. Elena and Nate entered the Crimson Lights and discussed their first recent date, followed by a long, tense shift in the emergency room. Nate says he can't wait for their second appointment. Elena asks Nate if he has spoken to his doctor. After Nate stepped aside for coffee, Lola approached Elena and asked if she had a good night's sleep. Elena explained that after their date, she and Nate were called to the hospital to treat patients injured in a car accident. Lola is very happy with Elena after she said her date was all she expected. After Elena left, Nate got a call from his doctor. In Lola's apartment, Elena reveals that Devin happened to be dating Nate. Lola asked what Devin said. Elena said so, even though Devin said nothing. Elena seems worried and says she might say he was hurt seeing her with Nate and tried to show a brave face to hide his feelings. Lola assures Elena that things will get easier over time. Elena notes that she and Nate are too busy, she has no chance to discuss with him. Elena added that that night was difficult for Nate because she knew he longed to return to the operating room to help patients. Elena expressed concern that Nate's hand wound could prevent him from performing surgery. Nate appeared, and Lola left. Nate says he heard that from his doctor. Elena was embarrassed and stiffened at the bad news. Nate said Dr. Frazier believes a nerve injury can be successfully repaired with a second surgery. Elena is happy for Nate. Nate thanks Elena for her support. Outside Alyssa's doorstep, Billy told Lily that Alyssa was either working with Adam or Victor to trap him and make sure he would come behind bars. Lily told Billy that his assumptions made no sense because Alyssa hated Adam and had no reason to want Billy to be punished. Billy was determined to find out, but Lily pleaded with him not to knock on Alyssa's door. Billy said he wouldn't leave without talking to Alyssa. Before Alyssa responded to Billy's percussion, Ray appeared and asked, "What the hell do you think you're doing?" Lily says that is not a big deal because nothing has happened yet. Ray warned Billy that he violated his bail. Lily swore that she and Billy would leave when Ray showed up. Lily asserted that as a member of the media she hopes to ask